Tom Frank from AUM. We just finished up the Carhartt Southern Regional on the Harris Chain of Lakes. We ended up 6th place. We did a lot of sight fishing this week. Back on the canal, tried to find, kind of went off the off-beaten path. First day we had cloudy and windy conditions, made it a little bit tougher. I'd used the push pole a lot in areas where I knew fish were. We had certain stretches of the canal where fish would be more prone to be on beds with that harder bottom. So I'd push pole around because a lot of the canal was about 2 feet, so I wouldn't want to silt up the area, dirty it up if I wanted to come back, which boat traffic today kind of hurt us because of dirtying up the water with the silt and stuff like that. Two, it helps out. We didn't have power poles. Power poles are probably one of the greatest things ever for sight fishing. So we'd use an anchor in the back and then have my partner, Jacob Nummy, he'd push pull if we need to get a little bit closer or farther away, not to get too far away from the fish, or, you know, kind of hold us in place so we wouldn't drift up on the fish. And then a lot of times too, if I'm cruising down the bank and I see one, I'll crouch down a little bit. The boat drifting by usually won't bother him too much. I also wear a like a real lightweight hoodie when I'm trying to sight fish. Like today the sun was up a little bit more and it just blocks the sun from my eyes. When I come up on a bed and bass, if I can see a bed, a lot of times I'll be blind casting. You know, if you can see here, real dark bottom, if you can see a sandy bottom from a ways off, it's good to cast like a lightweight Cinco to them. And if I don't get bit, I try and creep up on it slowly, either using the push pole or staying off of it, getting on the troll motor. And if I do see one there, a lot of times I'll pitch in there. A lot of times, you know, you'll miss the fish 3 or 4 times. They're sucking it in and spitting it out so fast. I mean, you can't set the hook quick enough. And a lot of times I prefer white bait. A lot of times natural bait, if you catch them, you know, blind casting or farther off. Tournament wise, you have to make sure the hook's in their mouth. So I really like, if I know a fish will go, I'll use that white bait just so I can see that they've taken the whole bait in their mouth, and I don't have to worry about, you know, hooking them in the side or outside the mouth. It just depends, you know, whether I want to stay on them with how long it takes them kind of to come back. And a lot of times after that first initial one, they kind of get used to you there and they get used to your bait going in there. So it all depends on how the fish reacts when I'm fishing the bed. If it's leaving and coming back right away, if sometimes they're just sitting there, sometimes they're making real tight turns, and you know they're going to go for sure usually if they're making real tight turns on the bait.